Well, I think it must be because then all of a sudden it's like done. It must be working it all out without me. Hey, there he is. How you doing, bud?
Hey, sometimes like first week A or B, like they
Awake is good.
different speeds when they can get done.
Some through last week.
This is a rant episode.
We actually have like what is the number? Thinking back on the last time we did numbering 2 years ago, and so we just continued the next episode. So 321 was like 2-3 years ago.
Oh yeah, we talked about this in episode 450. It says only 323.
What was the
I
episode?
still don't even know what episode
It
they're
was a named episode. We did it was guys give you your side story.
Yeah, we had a little side quest. A side quest.
Yeah, G2B
Side
guidance.
quest.
G2B guidance.
We're back on the main story.
Yeah, this is the real story.
Are we pre-roll?
I want. Oh, where the hell am I?
Yeah, that's Kokomo. I get looked up as well too. I designed that EDL for it. Okay. We're fucking flawless. I had to buy 10 more.
Yeah.
Oh, well,
Driving
you know, you really.
I've been killing them.
There's
There's all that beer we left.
I'll get mine. I'm just being cool.
Good.
I got that.
Yeah.
So they are trustworthy. Well, the board came like in the beginning of December.
They're gross everyone because of the beer. So they're centered out of there. I got rid
Okay,
of it.
well, could be, yeah. There was plenty of beer in there. They probably had another 50. I've never noticed that problem down here before. And I like their thing.
No, it was like literally left it from Christmas. Usually I take it out on the board.
Off of that. And you don't have to buy it at all on that
Great deal of time out on the bench after I left your house. Yeah, just the rest of my day. So, I got that board fairly cleaned up, got that done.
Now you don't have a pool table to cut them on.
Yeah, really.
That's why.
We got rid of our
That
cutting
caused
board.
it.
No, the first time I did it, I actually set up two long tables at my office. Right, set them completely flat, long sections, and even for putting them together because I put a board, I cut a board, one long straight 8-foot board on one side, and I literally jam them against it when I taped it so that they all came out perfectly straight. No, but again, we just have one seat. It's a whole lot easier.
Yeah, probably should have kept the pool table for that 5% of the time we needed it.
Yeah, exactly.
I
Darn
don't know
it.
what you were thinking.
Now it's gone.
Probably could have moved into the kitchen.
Hey, folks should probably get this show on the road, literally. It's about that time.
I suppose. Live from the 6th subfloor basement of the Guys, Games, and Beer Towers. Covered in flies, it's Guys, Games, and Beer.
Yeah! Hey,
Hey,
it's been a.
Dennis is very excitable today.
He was excited. I like that, man. He was ready to go there. So yeah, it was quite the weekend this weekend, man. Lots of big stuff going on this weekend.
yep.
So Larry's rearranged his game room, which looks fucking awesome.
Yep, that was a good endeavor.
Yeah, it was. It's nice to get
I
that
had to
done.
get rid of a pool table in order to do it, but
Yeah. And
you got to make choices.
Got somebody else to haul it off. That's always a plus.
yeah, that was a plus. But still getting that slate top out of the basement, man. Those little sections, it was broken in 3 sections, and those sections
they're
still weighed an effing
massively
ton.
heavy. Yeah, I moved a set.
Ben told me that he used to,
Yeah.
that some of them are ones pieces
Yeah.
weight, and he moved those. And the 2 guys are like, shit.
Yeah, no
And
damn
it's
way.
gotta be like
Moving
500
one
pounds.
with 2 people's like,
No, we it was like holy
Or the-
crap.
or the
one
third,
section,
one
one
section,
third. Yeah. No, we found
especially
that
if you
out
don't
pretty
have,
quick,
like,
didn't
gloves
we,
or something
Larry?
on, because the edges are generally
Sharp.
sharp.
Yeah, we did move the first one without gloves. And I was like, no.
Yeah.
You're
You get
down.
to wherever you're like
No, there's
these grooves on your
imprint.
hand. You're
Yeah.
like, ouch.
That's exactly.
Mickey Mouse
that
moving
is
it.
exactly what happened. Yeah, we met
White
first.
glove. The first little bit you're carrying, it's like it's not so bad till you realize it's been in your hand for
Yeah.
3-4 minutes, and you're like,
Ow,
get it
ow,
down.
ow,
You're like,
ow, ow,
oh.
Yeah.
Every once in a while, I see one like, for free. Like they're just giving
For
away
free,
on Facebook Marketplace, and I'm like, nah. I think about it, and I go, I gotta move that. Forget it.
No, somebody made the comparison of a boat and a pool table. So again, there's an old saying among
That was Larry.
boaters. Yeah. The 2 happiest day of a boat owner's life,
A boater's life.
boat owner's life or boater's life, is the day he buys it and the day he sells it. And I'm pretty sure that same. I'm pretty sure you're right. The same goes for pool tables.
Yeah.
Great when you get it. Oh my God, I got a pool table.
Yeah.
And then it's like, oh my God, I got rid of that damn pool table. So
Thank God.
yeah.
You find those stretches you played for a bit, and then you realize, nah, and then you just kind of forget about it. And then,
Unless you're really into pool, they're big.
Yeah.
and then when you have one, everyone just assumes you're a pool shark.
Yeah.
Even if you never play the thing. Oh, you have a pool table in your basement.
You
Yeah.
must be pretty good.
Yeah, no, I still
Pretty
suck
good
at
at
it.
You're your
missing.
third belt ripper.
You never have this room that you have like most bars and stuff. They have a set aside, or you go to a pool hall and
Right.
really set aside an area, and it's so much nicer to play in those environments anyway.
And banging into the wall.
Instead of bang, because there's almost always one side or something in just about everyone's basement where they
Yeah,
you're
where
hitting the
you can't
side,
quite get to it.
Yeah.
Hey, this actually is going to segue very nicely to tonight's topic. We're not going to get to tonight's topics yet, but
We will.
But we will, and it's all about games we don't play
Well, being excited about something.
and then not playing it.
uh,
But before that, ba-da-bum, ba-da-bum-bum, ba-da-bum-bum-bum.
Losers.
Are we really doing this?
Yeah, we're really doing this because it's all we got handy.
Yeah.
Okay, so hey,
I like
Well,
the
that's
idea
it
is
in the
we just didn't want to Look,
our
it's sitting.
real beers today.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Yeah, sure. We'll go with that.
We're saving it.
We're saving the good beers.
Yeah, for
Maybe in
good
3 years we'll
take
be
it.
like, yeah, we're gonna drink that.
Time-
Sorry, so if you've been living in a hole and have never heard of Blue Moon,
Belgian white though.
Well,
It's a
let's
Belgian
see
white.
what we think of it.
I already know what I think of it.
brewed with
Belgian white.
orange peels.
We didn't read it, did we?
Wow.
I can't read it.
It's a blue moon.
Blue,
Everyone.
it's a blue.
It's a blue moon.
Sometimes you find a moon and it's blue. Hold hands with your sweetie, because blue moon, Belgian
What would
white.
I
I
expect?
made it
What
up.
would I think? What would I? If I never had a blue moon before, I got a Belgian
Because you have to
white.
cleanse your palate first.
Gotta try to get into that headspace.
Yeah.
Into the headspace for blue moon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I think that's my reminder again. Yeah, it's the coriander.
That
I don't do good with. There's a few beers that are out there that.
have coriander in them.
And is that generally the Belgian style
Mhm.
wheat? Yeah.
Wheat beers,
There's
coriander.
one that it's so strong
Yeah, but
that
the
it's hard to
orange
drink.
mutes that a
No,
little.
not in the least.
No.
It's
Oh.
because what is coriander again? It's just
It's
everywhere.
a spice.
Spice. Yeah.
Yeah. It's cilantro.
It's a
seeds.
drizzle. It's a drizzles out of a
That's what-
camel.
yeah.
Coriander is cilantro seeds.
Yeah.
Really.
Yeah. So if you don't use it as cilantro seeds, it's coriander.
You should name your daughter Coriander.
Hey, I got to meet the
Right, for sure.
the
Yeah.
brewer who came up with this in the Miller Caves in a dinner with the with the master brewer and like the like CEO guys of Miller and it was like I don't know what it was like 6th Street Brewing or something, which was that arm of Leinenkugel's that was in Milwaukee. And it was a nice dinner, and they had all these pairings and stuff.
What they pair this with?
We didn't have this.
Okay.
We
Chocolate.
just talked about it.
You know, in all honesty, it does actually go good with chocolates.
So it's a dessert beer, is that what?
Dessert beer.
You know, again, so it's been a while since I drank in Blue Moon, and when it first kind of was making it big, I had to try it. You know, they served it with an orange slice and blah blah blah. Yeah, again.
It's better in a glass.
I'm not big on wheat beers, anyways.
Well,
I mean, it's a fine beer. I'm just not big on wheat beers.
yeah, I mean, it's exactly what I remember. It has been a long time since because I don't like it. But
Well, wow, we know Larry's vote.
I don't care for it. I don't order it. I would never pull it out of the question. Just jump in the question.
Yeah, you really just kind of
Yeah,
stopped
but-
all over that, Larry.
Isn't
But-
that another pretty common wheat beer? though?
But sometimes I drink like Weiss, like Hackeshore Weiss. Or
Yeah.
something like that.
So
It's
yeah,
really
the
good.
Hackeshore Weiss is a wheat beer.
Right. So I mean, drink that. And this
But
is just,
see, but I think the Hackeshore doesn't have anything but wheat in it.
oh
They don't-
yeah. It's
There's none of
it's
this
not the
orange.
white.
Oh yeah, maybe that's.
It's
what
not the
it is, like-
white.
Yeah.
Right. That's what really
Belgian
throws me.
white.
And every time I think, oh, I think maybe I like that, and I just don't. And again, I don't.
Yeah.
But you know.
Yeah. No. So yeah,
It's
given
what it is.
given the choice between this and the Hackeshore, I'll go with the Hackeshore. I
Yeah,
don't want
yeah,
extra crap
for
in the
sure.
beer. It's it's still a white beer, a Weiss beer, Hackeshore Weiss, but it's really quite good. So all
I
right.
don't think this is executed poorly.
No, it is exactly what they say it is. All right, we'll start with the obvious. Party cooler.
Probably not.
All right.
No.
Party cooler.
If this was like one of the only good beers in there, yeah,
All right.
definitely. But we live in an area where like we have
Real beer.
options and
Real
real
beer?
beers, and this is for areas like such I grew up in when I was growing up, where it's like people thought Budweiser was a real
Oh,
beer.
wait,
and so
wait,
This is
wait.
like high in on the tap.
You know
Okay.
what? If it's this, and all the rest of the beers
Yeah.
are LATE light.
Yeah, you're grabbing this.
I'm grabbing this.
Exactly.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah,
That would
that's
be-
what you would.
that
find
would
in
be
those
the
situations,
condition.
yeah.
Yeah. Rob, party cooler.
Yeah, if everything was like flavored beer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna go
Oh,
with I'm,
yeah,
I'm with
yeah,
these
yeah,
guys
that's
too.
it.
If I reach in the party cooler and it's a bunch of really weird, crappy beers, yeah, I'm grabbing the Blue Moon. You know why? Because I know what it is and it's drinkable.
But I'll tell you what, I'll take a Milwaukee's Best over this.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So,
Yeah, I
I
hate
grew
to
up
say
in
it.
a dry state. Like
I don't think I
this
would
is-
actually take Milwaukee's Best over anything, to be honest.
Yeah.
I really do.
All right.
That.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. I think that's fine too. If it's like if there's other
crappy
bad
beers in
choice,
there.
no, probably.
Right. This is it's
'Cause
like
it's
you
not
said.
you're not gonna die from this.
No, and it's not poorly executed. Ordering at the pub.
No, I'll pass.
Again, it's going to come down to it's like if I have other options, actual beers, then no. But
Wait a minute, what the
When I
hell
come
bar
from-
were you going to that there wouldn't
Oh, dude, I've been to a
Yeah,
few.
leave that bar.
I've
Okay.
been to a few.
I come from Tennessee, the dry state, where it's like you want a real man, you want a real beer, Bud.
Yeah, I'm with him.
Yeah.
If it's between a Blue Moon and a Buds, I'm taking the Blue
So
Moon.
this is actually very pleasant on tap. They pour you in a nice tall glass.
It's better
with
on
a
tap,
slice,
isn't it?
and it's like it's amazing on tap, and it's
Yeah.
like especially the food and like get some chicken
Yeah,
wings
it
or
is a
something
good,
like that.
No, that's
You know.
it's a good dinner
I'm
beer.
still out.
Yeah.
Okay, if
Yeah,
they,
it's a-
if
it's
they
a
made
eatery.
this sort of like, this is our specialty, like you say,
Yeah.
it's Bud Light, Light, and
Yeah.
Miller.
Meisterbrow, what are you gonna say?
I love Meisterbrow.
or something like
Love
it's like,
Meisterbrow. I love that beer.
like we got a special import. Like this isn't even
God, I
import.
miss Meisterbrow being everywhere.
All right.
Well, it's Belgian style.
Rob, how about you? The pub?
If I'm being surrounded by threatening hipsters, maybe.
Right.
I'm worried that.
They're
Yeah.
giving you an ire.
Again,
Yeah, they're
you
like
know,
looking at how hipsters are. They kind of give you the side eye.
Yeah,
It's like,
yeah.
oh yeah, he's a hipster. He doesn't have the handlebar.
I'm not going out of my way to order at the pub. Depends what the pub has, though.
Yeah.
You know?
because if it's one of the
Again,
only choices of
we've
pub,
been to some bars that are pretty lacking in choices.
Mhm.
So given crappy on tap beers or this on tap, I'm taking this on
Yeah.
tap.
And
If
it's
I'm
pretty
in
decent on
Wichita.
tap, too.
What's
If
that?
I'm in Wichita,
Yeah, if you're in Wichita, there you
throw
go.
it down with some
Mhm.
pizza. Yeah, it'll be fine.
All right.
I don't think I've ever been to a place where it had so many poor choices that this.
We live in Wisconsin.
Yeah, because we're
Yeah.
very in this area as opposed
Sometimes
to
you
where
might
I
have
grew up,
a
where
might
you
have a
couldn't
weird
buy,
one like
alcohol on
Platts
Sundays.
on tap. And
Yeah,
I'm like,
I have been to some.
give me Platts.
Yeah, I've been to
Yeah.
some bumfuck nowheres that have
Yeah,
nothing on tap.
same.
All right, let's go ahead and let's see how people vote on this one.
3, 2, 1. I mean, I've thumbs up worse.
It
I
works.
can't give a
It
total
gets the
down
job
because
done.
it is executed well, but it's
Yeah.
It's executed extremely well. So hey, again, if you've been living under a rock and don't know what Blue Moon Belgian White, but again, if I'm going to order a white,
Mhm.
like I said, give me a Haka Shore all fucking day
Yeah.
long.
Yeah, same.
I'll drink that all damn day.
Because that's usually good.
But
a
it's-
German beer.
Again,
Exactly.
it's solid. It's a well executed.
It works.
I don't like the coriander in it.
Yeah,
Could've
I
done
remember.
that.
I was looking up which one that.
And you have to be careful
So
with your food pairings with
I think
coriander. You
it's-
can't go with like heavier foods like beef or I
Yeah.
mean maybe burgers, sure, but like
carry
there's
some
some
chicken.
dishes like gyros and like really like roast
Poultry.
meats where it just
Pairs
doesn't
well
really
with octopus.
Yeah.
Who knew?
So there's
Yeah.
there's one called White Rascal by Avery Brewing. That's almost the same
There's
description
all
of
Pez.
coriander,
Orange,
orange peel,
yeah.
and like that one, the coriander just hits you.
Yeah.
And I remember that one, and I'm like, I like the brewery and other beers, but that one just hits me.
Was so wrong.
Yeah.
All right,
Pairs well with chocolate covered grasshopper.
Yes.
Rob, why don't you go ahead and pass verdict on Blue Moon?
Fine.
It says Blue Moon Brewing, but that's not who it is. It's actually a Miller product, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, I
And
don't
the
know.
I don't know.
They would like to say otherwise.
No, that is. It's Blue. No, it's not a
Yeah.
Miller product. It's Blue Moon Brewing Company out of Golden, Colorado.
On charge of blue mooning off a city bus, I find you guilty. Sentence you to. Gotcha, you little bastard.
Drinking. Nice going.
Fucker's been flying around for a
No,
while.
I think this
He
probably
probably
got mixed up with the
Yep, he lived.
the transition to Miller Coors, and so
All that
they
weird
might have
shit.
because it started in Milwaukee
Yeah.
and it moved
It's
on,
perfectly
so-
acceptable. I think this is there's another Blue Moon. I'm trying to remember what the other one was. But it was a little bit more
It
orange.
just happens occasionally.
Oh yeah, right. It's a
All
little
right,
bit
so
more orangey.
we were
I like that
again
one.
we were talking about having a pool table, and again that's one of those things that you get as a game you're going to play, and yeah, see how that goes for you. But
Then you're just
what
folding
is tonight's
laundry
real
on it.
topic, Rob?
Yeah, I think if you collect games for long enough, you get yourself into a thing where you buy a game for future play, and stuff comes up, and then stuff just keeps
Better
coming up.
games.
It keeps coming. It might not even be. I'm sad to say, and in the end, you're just sitting here with this pile of sealed boxes of games that you never played. Or my favorite one, I bought it on another platform, and It was on Steam for $2. Why should I bother opening this one that I
Right.
paid $20 for? I'll play the.
I'll play the Steam. Yeah, so I'm playing it on another
Yeah.
platform, even though I have.
Yeah,
it
but
for
then you
another
put
machine.
hours into it, so it doesn't qualify.
Yeah, no, it does because you never opened the
Doesn't
box. See,
qualify.
box is not
Doesn't
open.
qualify.
They did special stuff for each one of these versions. That
Oh.
never.
And you've never seen it,
They
guys.
probably didn't do.
All
shit.
right. Who wants to start this mess out?
Yeah.
Dallas,
Well,
Dallas,
We're
start it
almost all
out
the
for
kings of
us.
this.
So what was the topic again? Just to refresh
The
everybody.
topic is a game you've
Here,
purchased.
I'll throw an
But-
example out.
Yes.
For example,
Let's go let
I
Jerry go
love
first.
the Warhammer universe. Like, I just think it's a cool universe. It's fun, you know. And and basically Games Workshop stuff. You know,
Mhm.
played a lot of board game stuff when I was younger
Yeah.
and stuff like that. So I was super excited. I was super excited to play the because it's been years since I played the board game version. I did play the board game version of Blood Bowl.
Oh
And I thought, yeah,
Blood Bowl.
alright, this looks like a really good version. Watched all the teasers and all that, and I'm like, yeah, all right. Went on sale, purchased it, haven't touched it. It's could have been collecting electric dust ever since. And that is not the only Games Workshop and or Warhammer 40K that I have had. There's actually probably, I don't know, a dozen Warhammer games that I was like super excited for, and they're like, no, got like 1 minute on it, you know, just to install it.
Not gonna happen. Sorry.
All right, so there's your example, Dallas. What do you got for us?
So basically, something would be, I mean, because I'm trying to approach this in different ways because there's two different schools of thought I have on this when it comes to the topic. Just like when I was younger versus how it is today. I mean, I remember I was younger when we didn't have, of course, we didn't have access to game reviews or digital products or hell, even as someone like me who was a child back then, you know, born in '87, it's like, you know, where am I going to learn about these games? Maybe going to a store with mom and dad once a week and reading like a review in a magazine or looking up what's going to be released. And it's like, that's we had to rely on. Like, games weren't any cheaper. They weren't. People like to pretend that games on the Sega Genesis and Nintendo, shit like that, were like $10 or $20. In reality, they were actually like 60, 70, 80. And it's one thing to pay it today, and you're like, ugh. It's another thing when you pay it back then. You're like, you get a game where it's hardly reviewed, and if you get it, tough shit. If you don't like it, you play it, and that's your game.
Yeah,
So, like,
sorry.
Yeah. So it was like, you know, it's very fun. You know, like, of course, you know, like, what's gonna be the best games you get on the Sega Genesis, especially for a kid back then? Sonic the Hedgehog, obviously. So Sonic 1, Sonic 2, like, solid sell. Until, like, one day, it's like, you know, I go with my dad to Blockbuster, and he's like, hey, let's run a game for the weekend. He gets Sonic 3. It's like, that was, like, my golden goose. It's like, I played it that weekend, and then they brought it back to the store, and it's like, from 94 until 97, spent 3 years, you know, saying, can I get this game for Christmas? Can I get this game for birthday? Okay, sure. You can have Sonic 3 Blast. Okay, well, I asked for Sonic 3 for sure.
I had 3 in it.
Sonic Spinball. I asked for Sonic 3 from Dad. Sonic and Knuckles. That's awesome. Wayne's World. We love Wayne's World. Therefore, you need to love it because, you know, no way we're creating any sort of generational divide where it separates you from your peers. I want Sonic 3, Mom and Daddy. God damn it. And it's been like, so it was finally Christmas in '97, the year we actually got a PlayStation and moved on to the next generation. It's like, okay, unwrap Sonic 3, finally.
Ha-ha!
Yeah, exactly. And it's like, that was like my golden goose. I played like the shit out of that. And now these days, it's like, it's on every single goddamn fucking platform conceived to man.
Yeah, it's on your
I've got
phone.
it on my mini console, on the phone, on Steam, everything else. It's just like, that's my example from when I was younger of something that's like a golden.
That's a good one.
Yeah, my golden egg, the thing that I could never attain until it
It's
was
like
almost
world's
too late.
longest running practical joke. We're not going to get you until the
Yeah,
console's dead.
exactly. It's like, this is the game you want the most, and like, we're not gonna get it for you. It's like, thanks. It's like, are you sure you guys aren't being like game
I
illiterate?
got it. Almost seems really mean. Like,
Yeah.
hey, how disappointed do you think you'll be this year?
Yeah.
I'm sure they weren't actually like, doing that, but
Yeah.
Mine would have done that.
So yeah, then I fast forward to these days, and it's like, is there a game? I mean, think about the climate we live in these days, and like our accessibility.
But
to
you
games.
still weren't disappointed in that game.
Oh, absolutely not. I mean, there were
No, so was there one that you were super excited about, but then when you finally got it and played it,
You
it
did
was
that
like,
topic.
Dude, okay, here's the thing about like, here's the thing about back then is like, even if you're a kid and you get a game that sucks, too fucking bad, kid. You better learn that game in and out. That's your video game, okay, for the next few months.
yeah, I know, but you can
that,
still
like,
hate
with your
playing
controllers.
it. It's like, it's the
Yeah.
only game I got, so I'm gonna play it.
That's what I did. So years later, it's like everybody talked about how horrible like Wayne's World was and how unplayable it is. It's like, bud, I actually sat through it and played through and beat it on the hardest difficulty. It's like, and I assumed it was like a functional video game until I was told years later it was a bad game.
You didn't know.
I didn't know.
There's no internet to tell you
Yeah,
this game's bad.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You're
So I've gone back and played it poorly.
Mm-hmm.
Like I was supposed
And,
to.
and I tried to, and it's like I still enjoyed it. That's funny. It's like, goddamn, I was conditioned into enjoying this piece of shit. Fuck it. It's like, yeah. It's
You're
like,
throwing me for a loop here, Dallas, because this is the topic where disappointment is the meal, and you just keep throwing happy endings at us.
because usually it does. Because as a gamer, you know how to get to that happy fucking ending. Like you're a gamer, like you're not gonna be pigeonholed into like one corner of this shit game and game over. That's it. So now we like come to like the modern day where like, is there a game I just cannot obtain and never play? No.
Well, you can attain it, just not play it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
That's how it
it's
is.
the thing,
Yeah, exactly. We can all of us can easily obtain the games we want. It's just a matter of whether you have like the time or energy and patience to invest into it. Like, there's so many great games that I've gotten, and so many great games that are going to come out. And it's like, it's going to depend on my budgeting and my time and everything else, is whether or not I even bother getting those. There's even some games I'm looking forward to that I might even skip until they're perfected or patched up or on sale or something like that. Because I know how it goes,
Very targeted in your selection, then.
I am, especially these days. We're so
as
saturated.
opposed to the more shotgun method that many of us.
well,
we just buy 30 games.
We'll get into that.
Shit, I got another copy of that.
You still have that option. It's like you can shotgun for a whole pack of games and like get a bunch of garbage with maybe one or two, decent titles. Because you have that option these days.
Thanks, Humble.
You have
whoa! No, it's Indie Gala.
And
We all know it's
Indie Gala.
I use the other one more.
In fact, that's why my library's so full.
Fanatical or...
Yeah, Fanatical, yeah.
And I buy their mystery packs all the damn
mystery
time.
packs.
Yeah, I do too. I'm a
They get
sucker.
$7 out of me all the damn
Look
time.
at this. I just got 10 games I already have.
And that's the thing. That's why my library's so fucking bloated. Why it's like close to 600, 700 games. Is because I would get those packs from Humble. And it's like 10 of those games would be shit, absolute shit, and then you have one or two where you're like,
But
oh my
you
god.
get that occasional gem, dude.
Yeah, you get one where you're just like, oh my god.
That's the
people
addiction of
play this.
gambling right there.
Yeah.
You know what's funny is I'm excited for the mystery pack, and I buy the mystery pack, and I never play any of the games.
Right, yeah. That's how I
It's
know.
just, unopening them is the only part of the experience I really
You know,
like.
that redeem key. Redeem
Right?
It's good, yeah.
You pop that key in there, or I give it away on G2B.
That's where most of mine go, Rob.
So it's like these days we've blown to the point where it's like, man, I wish younger people could experience that. Say they could have a true game they are looking forward to, not just the next Madden or Call of Duty entry or anything like that. Just like something actually like to look forward to.
That's a good.
And I don't want to be like an old man saying, "Oh, you
Get
kids,
off my lawn!"
Yeah, you kids don't know good games. It's like, dude, there's so many damn good games today. I promise you there are. It's just like, and you guys know it. It's just that.
But you gotta wade through a lot of stuff.
Yeah, you do, and that's the sad thing. It's like we're saturated. We have too many choices now. It's like it's so easy. Everything's digital. I can easily just. If I want a game, I buy it. It's no longer
you don't even know what you have
1994
most
where
of the
I
time.
wait for mommy and daddy to get wait 5 years to buy something at a discount. It's like I'm a grown adult. If I
Sounded
don't,
like Veruca Salt there.
yeah, no,
Randy, I wanted
No.
exactly. And it's like too fucking bad, kid. That's pretty much what the response back then.
Swear to God, I was thinking of the band.
Yeah.
Swear to God.
It's like no, and now we live in a game where if I want it now, and I will get it now. It's like whether it's through legit means or piracy, it doesn't fucking matter. I will get it. If I want a game, I will get it. It's just a matter of whether it's worth it.
These games are $1 anyway eventually.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I usually wait for sales anyway. Just because it's like you don't have.
So if
too
you're
much
excited
loss
for
in
a
that.
game, and you don't like you always invest some time into it once you've got it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Well, he does better than us then.
That's probably stuff.
Those
I-
are though.
Yeah,
I got
and
so
it's-
many zeros.
Yeah.
It's like
Goose eggs.
even like certain games, like even
I got,
certain
I
games
got a
I
Steam
really
collection
yeah.
full of goose eggs.
Yeah, same year, like Escape of the Sat War and all that bullshit. You know, it's like just the same, just the bullshit. You find the same bullshit in all the packs.
I got a developer was offering me a key, and I was asking him some questions. Oh, that sounds really good. And then I realized, holy shit, I've got this game.
Exactly.
It's in my collection.
Exactly.
Dude, don't bother.
Because that's why they call it shovelware. Because that's
Yeah.
what it is. It's like
It was
and you'll find the
funny.
same shovelware in all the packs.
Some of it's
Technically,
amazing.
at
We have
this
a lot of
point-
good games out there. We are really at the high point of
We are.
like good games being available. There's some great games out there
Yeah.
that you may never discover just because it's so
Buried.
it's so buried among a bunch of just crapware.
That's why I
Technically,
mostly get.
yeah,
But there's a lot of great games that nobody's ever heard of.
I
That's
do
really
hope
fun.
to change this, but technically at this point, the racing wheel I bought off you, I was super excited to get it. It have zero.
Yeah, you have
play
0
hours.
hours in.
Yeah, but you're working on that.
Yeah,
That-
but it has been what, 2-3 months.
Yeah, but that's a big project. That's a big project.
And I used it at least 3 times. So.
All right, who wants to go next?
I'll go.
All right, what do you got?
So, I was looking at things that were still in packaging, and one of the things I noticed was the Resident Evil games have been coming out pretty regularly, right?
Yeah.
And I'm like, and Village came out, and I'm like, I should probably get that one. Is that the new one? Wait.
Yeah.
Should
It
get
was
that one. And then
not
I
the
realized
semi-final.
I didn't play 7.
Yeah.
So I didn't open Village.
Yeah.
And
You don't have
I'm
to be
like,
too much
oh,
of a
I'm going
rush.
to play. Wait,
Yeah.
that's 8. So I'm playing 7.
Oh.
And I get through 7. I love 7. And 8 still sits in its packaging. So it's like, I mean,
Yeah.
Resident Evil games over the time, they've changed how they look, how they play. And it's like, when they jump from the original style of the gameplay to 4, that was a big jump, and they did a really good job. And then they moved to 7,
Yeah.
where it was more the first person, which I so wanted to play that in VR, but it never came to PC. That's why I held out.
Mm-hmm. Gotcha.
It never came to VR on PC.
Yeah.
You could play it on PlayStation
PS3?
VR on the PS4.
PS4.
But you'd have to have the PS4
Right,
VR
headset and the move thing.
And I just kept holding out
Whatever it was.
on Steam, reading all it, and they just kind of like dropped it.
Ah.
We're not going to develop the PC version of the VR, but their Village sat,
On the shelf.
and there it still sits to this day.
Can I borrow that?
You don't
No, I'm
have to
just-
be, yeah, you really don't have to be too much of a rush because what I've heard 9 is going to be the final entry. That's what I heard.
Oh, so they can start
So-
reissuing
And then they'll
them
just
all again.
reissue them all.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
So, for me right now,
With
I don't know when
slightly
Village came out,
different
but
graphics.
is it like
Yeah.
2020 now at this point? Like,
The only version
Yeah,
I was happy I
2020
bought was the
came out,
3DS one.
Mhm.
Because it was in 3D, so.
Was it like the
And
original
then I bought the Switch one.
RE1 remake?
It was, yeah, it was like it was that combo one.
Where you
had,
can use
the
like
2,
use your
3 or whatever.
stylus, like use a knife and stuff like
I
that.
think you
yeah.
can, but I do it with a
Yeah, I
controller.
remember that. Yeah.
I'm anti any gimmick. that
Yeah,
they
yeah,
put
I
into
don't
the
like
game.
gimmicks either.
Except for
Bought
like
Nintendo
games
products.
like what was that one with the rubber rabbits? That was really cute. But I can't remember the name of it. But it was one of the early DS releases. It actually
Rabbids?
just used it. No, it was I'm trying to remember the name. It was a really weird Japanese game that oddly they ported to the
Yeah.
US. And
all right, that was
Well.
not quite normal.
Mhm.
So my runner-up is this goes back to PS3 and then to PS4.
Yeah.
man.
So it runs that same line of it's a sequel, or somewhat loosely a sequel. I don't know if it storyline is a sequel, but Red Dead Redemption.
Oh,
yeah.
It came out on PlayStation 3. Well, I've had Red Dead Redemption 2 for a number of years now, and that also has not been opened.
Seen the
Right.
light of day.
But it's like, should I finish the first one before I play the second one? So I have to find a game that is not a sequel in my mind to give a reason not open the second game.
It's kinda what you
Or
have
the
to do with
5th
certain
game or the
games.
6th game or whatever. 'cause
Yeah. That's, yeah.
Sometimes I
exactly.
eventually make it to them.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've got a number of PlayStation 4 runner-ups. It's
Oh
about this
my God.
tall, so like
You
when we come back around, I might have
Wow.
a couple other little
You
runner-ups.
absolutely
but-
triggered a memory for me.
You can throw
Nice.
some PS4 all up there. 'Cause
Yeah.
I don't have one anymore.
I fell in love with Fable 2 loved Fable 2.
Oh yeah.
I
I
downloaded
was
it after you told me how great
excited.
it was.
Super excited for Fable
Didn't play
3
it.
to come on, and I was really excited because it took elements from your Fable 2 character and incorporated it into, like, it read your character and then it incorporated it into Fable 3. Never played the damn thing.
Oh, and so how Peter Molyneux screwed up things. And
I
made people
downloaded it on
worse.
Steam because you were telling me how great it was, and then I didn't play it.
Yeah, I feel a lot of
I
games. Yeah.
downloaded it though.
So I have so many like great AAA games in my library, just never touched.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like, well,
All right, who wants to go next?
Well, it's like you two. We've been talking.
All right, well, then I'm going to go.
all right, go ahead.
Okay, so I'm with Larry. I buy every Warhammer game.
Yeah.
All right. So we just had NetFest over at Jim's house over the holiday season, and I played Vermintide, which was Warhammer, not Warhammer 40K. So they came out with Darktide now, which is the 40K universe, and it's like, hey, pick up, blah blah blah. So I bought it, and there it sits.
Right.
Yeah, haven't touched it.
The old goose egg.
Yeah.
You know, it looks good, and I'm sure I will eventually get to it, but...
Yeah, but what about the routine you already have? What about the games you're already devoted to?
Thank
What
you.
about Halo Infinite? What
Thank
about
you.
Splitgate? What
Thank
about
you.
the
Gotta
games
go
you're
do
actually
is
devoted to in your training?
Daily on
Splitgate,
Splitgate.
yeah.
So,
Oh, look,
That's right, I gotta do my daily.
Yeah, you got your dailies, you got your own, business, your own
Exactly.
games you're devoted
So-
to.
I got no
everything.
time
So
to
it's like, what's
fit
up?
into
You have
another
to-
game.
But
Yeah.
the 40, for some reason, I did the same thing. I bought Blood Bowl,
Yeah.
and have not played it once.
Well, fuck me, I got Vermintide and I haven't touched that either.
Yeah, so it's
I bought two. Not only did I buy
So-
one and play it once, but
yeah.
then I bought two.
I know everybody was into that recently,
Oh.
all the GTB
Was that the one
into
like a couple years ago you all played?
Yeah, yeah.
At NetFest and then like
Yeah.
I finally
And
got
you bought it,
it's
didn't
like
play
I-
it?
No, I don't think I
installed
played it.
it.
'Cause
Okay.
You guys were already like
So-
almost done playing.
so
I'm
for-
not
so-
gonna get into that.
So basically, the Warhammer is kind of the black hole of games.
Yeah.
Well,
really
I
look
think-
down that.
I
A
think
lot of entries for
there
it, yeah.
may be for you and I, maybe nostalgia from playing the
When
board
we played
game
the
with
actual,
figures,
yeah, the
and then we're kind of trying to relive
Games
that,
Workshop.
But it just,
Yeah.
Yeah. I
you
have
know,
friends
and
actually
and,
role
and,
play
and what
in
it
the
probably
VR chat.
lacks is, 5 people standing around a board. And,
Right.
Getting
play-
drunk.
Exactly. It does. It really does. You don't
This is
get
how we
that,
used to play it.
exactly. You just don't get that same feeling. So
Yeah.
So yeah, so
I think the people who do get it right these days when it comes to Warhammer is like the modern ways to actually do the role play, such as friends I have on VR chat who actually role play as Warhammer characters, and they actually have factions and,
Okay,
and
that's
do
kinda
wars
cool.
and stuff like that. Yeah, they live action role play.
Maybe if we all just sat in your
Warhammer,
attic,
yeah.
Tom.
well, that's how we used to do it.
Got a
man.
good
It worked.
attic?
I have a good
Yeah,
attic
yeah.
actually. So I do have an honorable mention though. Shadowrun.
Oh yeah, Shadowrun.
So I bought
Oh
this-
yeah,
Same.
yeah.
Okay, so I was a big Shadowrun fan.
Best game I've
back
ever
when we
played.
played the thing.
Yeah.
And I was so excited it was coming out. It was like, oh man, and it sounded
Well, and
And-
it had the SNES had a Shadowrun, but it just really just didn't
Yeah,
live
not even
up
close.
to
Not even close.
whatever. So then they were doing this big.
Oh,
Wasn't it a Kickstarter or something like that?
I don't know if they kickstarted it, but when it came out, I was like, oh, I am so getting this game.
Right.
And
Yeah.
yeah,
Where's
I
my
got
phone? I
you.
gotta see how much time I have on Shadowrun. I bet like 10 minutes.
Yeah, same.
literally zero.
Yeah.
What happened
This
was
is
it
great.
came
I
out.
think I developed my character.
I was going to-
Probably my library.
I was
For
going to
5
start
minutes?
playing it, and then all of a sudden,
Right?
I started reading everybody's comments. It was like, yeah, why? You know,
Right.
people were so unhappy with it. It was like, well, I guess I'm not playing that one. So, but I was so
That's right,
excited
yeah.
for it.
You should
So-
go back and play it now.
Well, yeah, no.
I find that like a lot of
Only
games
in
that
the
viewers
time
don't
for it.
like.
Yeah.
I remember when Doom, the Doom 2016 first came out,
Mhm.
and all the reviewers were like hating on it. And then all of a
Right.
sudden, there's all these revised reviews. It's like you fuckers just didn't get the game.
Yeah.
And,
No,
and you
no,
weren't
hey,
willing
no,
to go
Shadow
out of your
actually
safety.
sucked.
Yeah, I remember how everybody said it's shit, and I played
Yeah,
it. I'm
remember
like, it's
that?
not shit.
I'm like, this game freaking rocks, and then all of a sudden they're all turning it over as they're getting hate mail. And it's like, I mean, I didn't hate mail anybody. You got your right to your own opinion, but the problem was they wanted to play fucking Call of Duty again.
Right.
Cut
yeah.
it out!
Yeah.
And
Quit
that
making
shit was
every
wrong.
game
Yeah.
Call of Duty.
In
Yeah.
2016 was a rising in the ashes of that fucking bullshit.
That was the best turnover. That was the best reversal ever.
Good,
Doom,
yeah.
Doom 2016. I still like it better than the newer one. I don't think the new one's bad. It's just that
Oh, the new one's
2016.
great.
I
It just
finished
doesn't
it.
have
I mean,
that-
I just sat there and ran it to the ground,
Right.
which I never do. My
Which you
wall of
easily
shame
can,
is huge.
because it's that smooth and it's like
My
like
wall
everything's
of
that
shame
smooth.
could protect us from Mexico. I'm telling you,
Mhm.
Donald Trump asked me if my wall of shame could be put up on the border. I said no, you can't have it for that.
All right. Well, Rob, you gotta take us out of this, or not
All
take
right.
us out, but you know what I mean. You're
All right, so I got some. They kind of represent the different types of games that end up in the I never played it pile. And the first one is Space Invaders Extreme, which is a really great game. This is on the PSP, and I originally
would you
played
know?
it on
You
the
never played it.
360. I originally played it on the 360. It's an excellent game. I've also emulated it across several platforms, and by the way, emulation on this game is not 100% successful. It's actually kind of screwed up, but it's still fun to play.
Right.
I've played it on dozens, and I've played it on dozens of emulators since I bought this. I've also
and
played
so
it
here
on,
it sits unopened.
I've also played it on my PC, which I also have the Steam version of. It is absolutely fabulous. And at the end of the day, yeah, I gotta pop a disc into the damn PSP, really? So I bought this at New Wave, and I was amazed that I could find a brand new copy of it sealed. And yeah, I bought that, and there it sits on the wall of shame. But I love it. I mean, I'll never part with it. But it's sitting there.
It's extreme.
That's
It
more
is. It's a great game.
representative of
How
your love.
it can't just bust out.
Yeah,
and
right.
happen
It's
by
more a
itself.
token of my love, and that is the first time. The second time is a token of my lack of time. This is Reverie, which is an RPG, and it has great reviews. It's on the Vita. I bought it. It was one of the last Vita games available, and I bought a physical copy, and it comes with a CD and all these great things. And I keep thinking I'm gonna sit down and I'm gonna spend some
Might
time
even be
playing.
a map in there.
Yeah, no. I'm gonna sit. Cheap asses. This is East Asia.
How do you know? It's not open.
It's East Asia soft. They give you a CD and anyway, in our book. But anyway, and I'm like, yeah, this is gonna be great.
Yeah.
And yeah. So the time has not happened yet. I've never had the time where I felt I could dedicate to Reverie and play it in the way that it deserves to be played. So that's the second time. And here's number 3. Yokai Watch. Hey, I was at the Five Below. And there's a bunch of 3DS games here.
nice.
Yeah, it's the shit you get in the bargain bin and
Wait.
looks interesting.
Did you get Lego Chima too? For $5?
I think I did.
Comes with a little
Is that
figure
the one that
with
came
it?
with the figure? Yes, I did. I did open that one
Oh,
and
you
never
opened
played
it.
it. I
Okay.
played with the figure. So I did at least play with the
But
figure.
that's what you find in the $5
Yeah.
bin. Someday I will open this game and put it in my 3DS, but
And,
not right now.
Right. It's just like that. And that's it. This one was just super cheap, and I bought it on a whim, and
Here
there it
is.
went. That's it. That's type
Right.
number 3. And of course,
Little
there's the
bargain
final
basement.
type, which is the millions of games you get on Steam because you just went for the 100th bundle that you got suckered into, and there's like one awesome game
want.
in there.
Yeah.
And there usually will be some diamond in the rough.
There will be.
And
yeah.
then there will be a whole pile of vomit.
Yes.
That here you just play their absolutely ill-conceived
I
crappy
think I
games.
stay away from
Ugh.
Mackle these days. I look at some of those bundles. I'm like, I'm not stupid. Like, you can't. You're fucking kidding me. I've never fucking heard of this. It's like, look, check out this great pack of 12 games. I look at each game. I'm like, it's all looks the same. Looks
Quality
like
games.
shit.
Yep.
So what's the lesson? How do you hone your game buying?
I
Who
think,
wants to?
I think we kind of said something at the beginning. Like you said earlier, there are so many games out there right
Yeah.
now. Digital content. It's really harder nowadays than it used to be.
Mhm.
You know, there'd be that one big title, and you'd try to get that. Now there's just and there are gems. I mean,
Now
we're
you
not
sit
saying
there
there
like
aren't
a drug dealer.
there aren't a ton of good ones, but it
Put it in my arm.
You either gamble to get those gems,
It's a
or
crapshoot.
you actually have friends who care about gaming who do it word of mouth. For
Right.
example, like I hit a wall when it came to VR gaming and like the VR titles you can get, especially these days. It's like, I look at my list on Steam when you go to the VR section of the store. It's like, buy Half-Life Alyx, buy Beat Saber. That's all we have. And it's like, I already have those. It's like, these are the best VR games. I already have them. And then I go to Land Jam and Matt shows me, I talk about VR. He's like, oh, have you seen this? And he pulls up, Compound.
Right.
Game that was released like summer last year. That's not on the front page. It's
Which
not on
is
the VR list.
fabulous. It
It's
makes me vomit.
yeah, exactly. You play it,
Yeah, it
and
makes
then
me
I
vomit.
play it, and I'm like, oh my god, this is one of the best games, if not like best VR games, if not one of the best games ever created. It's like, I
Yeah,
didn't
they
know
get
about
it.
this.
But that's a good point.
I had to learn from
mouth.
word of mouth.
Word of mouth.
Yeah, from another gamer, as opposed to what's suggested by algorithms and everything else, which is the same bullshit.
Then I can
over
get
and
excited
over.
about that game. And
You know what
Exactly.
they got right in Compound? They didn't reinvent the wheel. They said people like
No,
first-person
yeah,
shooters
exactly.
that are first-person shooters.
Yeah.
It's a first-person shooter.
They
I
could-
can
yeah.
just aim freely,
Yes.
but I move with my left thumbstick like a man.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
not much of a man,
Yeah.
but a man.
Yeah, it's a fast-paced shooter. It's everything you want out of like a boomer shooter and everything else.
Mhm.
It's like
It's fun
what
as
the
hell.
fuck? It's like
I like
there's
peeking
no-
across.
Yeah,
Peeking is the best shit ever.
yeah.
Because you can actually peek around and go,
It is. It's amazing,
great.
especially when you're doing the glass cannon mutator run, where it's like one shot, one kill. For everything. It's like you want to run for it. It's like amazing. Yeah.
that
it's
game's
like
great, by the way. If you,
So,
if you
wait,
have one,
You
get
have
it.
to if you have a
Say,
door set.
say that one again.
Compound.
So if you're a VR, if you got a headset,
It doesn't matter.
That's
It's even on the Oculus.
A
It's
game
even
I
on
was
the
super
Oculus.
excited for, and played it, and completed it, and it's Warhammer.
Yeah.
Was Battle Sisters for VR.
Right. And they
There
got
you
that
go.
on Steam.
That was fucking awesome.
Yeah, and that's on Steam now.
I still gotta pick that up.
Yeah, so they got at least the option, because I know it was a Quest exclusive, and then they.
Oh
put
my
it
god,
on
it's the
Steam.
only system I don't
The
have
same
a
Compound,
Warhammer
yeah.
game on. I gotta get it on there.
well, there you
Yeah.
go.
This Compound actually recently in December got released on the Quest store, so it's available everywhere. Any sort of PC.
Yeah, I bought it.
platform,
I just bought it off the Quest store.
Yeah,
I
which is
figured give
fine
me some
because
money,
it's the same
it's
damn
easier.
thing. It's like the graphics aren't that
Oh.
demanding. Like it's only half a gig. In
I hadn't
size.
been on in a while, so I had to sign up for my stupid ass.
Right, your account and all that shit. Yeah.
That's the third time, by the way. That's
Yeah,
number
same.
3. That's account number 3 I've needed for an Oculus.
I actually had
Do
a
they
factory
cancel
reboot
it,
my
or do
headset last time.
Yeah, they make you
because
sign
wouldn't
up. When you
recognize
power it
my
up, boom, you're signing up. That's it. Don't
Yeah.
get in your game. You get no updates. You can't just skip through it.
Yeah,
Because
have to have an
you
account.
need the updates for most games to run them if you haven't played in a while.
Right. And there's certain
Tricks.
applications like Virtual Desktop I couldn't use because it wouldn't recognize account, and I had to factory reboot it to make it recognize it.
Yeah. Thanks, guys. by the
yeah,
way.
really.
It's like, yeah, thanks to Oculus. It's like, whatever.
You jackasses.
Yeah.
Meta.
Meta, yeah. All right, Rob, let's take us
That's a
out of
fail.
this mess.
Metal was a fail.
It was a fail.
It was a fail idea.
Good.
Anyway, all right. So that wraps it up for another. That's kind of a depressing episode. Here's some games we didn't play.
Hey,
Not
we
really.
talked
Yeah.
about
Yeah.
a couple of good titles, gems.
Because we
And-
I want to get to these games that I've got that I have.
Yeah. To be fair,
yeah.
again,
fair.
I played it on other platforms. I
Is it
played.
completely depressing though? Because think about it, like, yes, while we live in like some dire straits and we have concerns about battle passes and games as a service and stuff like that and things that could be crushing it, we actually live in one of the best times for gaming. I mean,
I'll
it's
tell
like
you what,
the
when society falls
accessibility and
apart,
everything else, yeah.
all my digital copies of this are going to go away. But guess what?
Yeah,
That's
I was
hard
sitting on the
copy.
apocalypse,
That's right.
playing my
Playing it.
PSP, listening to that motor. Keep quiet. The super mutants will hear it.
All right.
Yeah, that's true. All right, that wraps it up for another episode of Guys, Games, and Beer. You can check us out at www.guysgamesandbeer.net. If you feel like listening to this show live, you can go to www.facebook.com/guysgamesandbeer, and you can get yourself some live Guys, Games, and Beer 6 p.m. CST.
Give or
We're on
take.
there.
Around there.
Every Tuesday, and then you can while you're there, why don't you go visit the Guys, Games, and Beer support group where you can check out some dank memes. Yes, by Dallas, some of them will scare you.
Yeah, some of them are kind of
In
horrifying.
fact, it's probably good we skipped it this week.
do it. Yeah.
I looked in the room.
Skip.
Yeah.
I wasn't there. It was like
Hey.
Christmas, and there's no presents under the tree.
We got stuff coming up.
Yeah, we do have a lot of stuff.
Really quick.
We're getting ready for MGC still.
It's only like a month and a half away.
I still got
Wow.
time. We got so much to do for
Yeah.
MGC.
January,
We got so
February,
much we're
March.
involved in.
Almost
This
2 months.
MGC.
2 months away. 2
Yeah.
months away.
By the way, if you're a security type, we're also going to be at CypherCon for a day.
Tentatively.
Tentatively?
I haven't.
So they
confirmed
asked us
yet.
to come.
I haven't said yes to them.
We just gotta say yes, and we all said yes. We took a vote.
Details,
All
moving
right,
on.
anyway, let's keep going.
Yeah, so yes, we might be
MGC.
there as well. So if you're at CypherCon, check us out.
Yeah,
Good chance we'll be there.
That's good stuff. All right, That's about it. I'm
Yeah,
done.
your
This is
stuff.
every episode's brought to you by Lionheart Racing. Lionheart Racing, all the joys of racing without the rubber hot dogs. We will see you next Tuesday. It'll be a gameplay episode.
All right.
Hopefully we'll have
Hey.
the boobs posted.
Yeah, that's right. We still got to
We,
get that
yeah,
up.
we gotta get the G2B
The
stickers
scroll,
for it.
yeah.
Yeah.
There's nips, man.
There's nips. We got to cover those babies.
Gotta cover those nips.
That's it. All right.
I can show my nips all I want.
That's right.
That's the freedom.
Ooh, look at those
That's
babies.
freedom. America.
All right. Later, all.
Later.
Bye.
Guys, games, and go. Make it explode. Make it explode.